In this video, we will learn about for loop. Now, a for loop will look like this. And in here, we'll put in the codes. Now, this is the initialization. This is the condition. This is the reinitialization. Now let's say I would like to display from the squares of 1 to 20. The squares of 1 to 20. If I were to do this a traditional way without using for loop, I would have to use 20 printfs. An example, I would have to use this printf %d 1 times 1. Second, I will have to use printf %d 2 times 2. This will display out 1. This will display 4. Now, how do I shorten it without writing 20 lines of codes for this one? We use a for loop. Now, an example will be like this. For, now I'll write the whole program. Let's say a hash include stdio.h int main. Alright, so for let's first declare a variable. Let's say int num1. So we use a for loop. We initialize it. We initialize num1 as equals to 1 semicolon. Now for the condition, it's from 1 to 20, right? So number will have to be smaller or equals to 20 to come into this line and execute semicolon. And this, which most people will be confused, is the reinitialization. Sorry, it's num1 plus plus. Remember that num1 plus plus is equals to num1 plus 1. This is what it means over here. So let me erase that first. Okay, let's continue. So we open the body of it. Printf the square of, let's put %d, I explain why later, is %d \n. Now for the first variable is num1. The second variable will be num1 times num1. Return 0 and this. So let's do a small dry run on this. We have a screen over here. Alright, first num1 equals to 1. Num1 is equals to 1. So printf, the square of 1 is 1 times 1. So what the display is that the square of 1 is 1. And next, when it's done here, it'll come up and reinitialize reinitialize. So num1 becomes 2 right now. It's not 1 anymore. num1 is 2. So printf, the square of %d is num1, the square of 2 is the other %d. This second %d corresponds with this. So it's num1 times num1, which is 4. So the square of 2 is 4. Now we'll look at 2. Is 2 smaller or equals to 20? It is. So we come back up here and reinitialize one more time. So num1 is equals to 3. So the square of 3 is 9. The square of 3 is 9. Now it keeps going over and over again until it reaches num1 equals to 21. Now when it's 21, is 21 less than or equal to 20? No, it's false. So after that, it'll exit from the loop. So in here, we will have 20 lines, 1, 2, 3, with all the squares over here being displayed. Now this is the use of a for loop. A for loop is usually used when we know how many times we want to execute it. Example for this, we only want to execute it 20 times, from 1 to 20. Just remember that. A for loop is used if you know the number of executions that will be required. Now in the next video, I'll talk more about arrays. See you then.